Welcome to 303bigsale.com. This is going to be a breakdown of the Moto360 Smart Watch. For the first video, we're just going to kind of go through the features, show you how it connects to an Android smartphone, and then the next video we're going to do an Apple Watch, do a review of that, and kind of compare the two and see what the trade-offs are and what they kind of do. So what you're looking at right now is the charging station in the watch. It's a wireless charging station. There's no wires that go into the watch, so of course the charging station is wired, but you just kind of set that on there, okay, and it should go on by itself. There you go. So we'll scoot this up for you guys a bit, and then we're going to turn on my Samsung, which is an S5. We're going to load up those two and sync them together and kind of go from there, and I'll show you some of the features. Basically, what your smartwatch is it's an extension of your smartphone. And maybe that sounds kind of silly to some people because you already have a phone. You can just reach into your pocket and grab your phone. So why would you need a smartwatch when you have your phone or your tablet? Well, it does make certain things more convenient than if you just had your tablet or your smartphone. If you think it sounds kind of lazy that you can't even pull out your smartphone out of your pocket to look at your notifications, think about when you're driving. And I know everybody won't admit that they do this, but a lot of people do. Texting and driving, checking notifications while you're driving, checking notifications when you're stopped at a stoplight and then having to put your phone down. It becomes infinitely more convenient to just lift your wrist up, look at all this, your notifications, and then when it turns green, you move on. I mean, that is like a movement that's ingrained in us. People check their watches. Is it illegal to check the time at a stoplight or while driving? It is illegal in most states to text while driving, but this is kind of just like a behavior we've done for so long, so it feels natural, and you don't feel kind of there's not like a delayed response. I know people have been caught at the stoplight, looking at their phone, and people are honking at you. I know I have before, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but let's be real. It's happened to all of us. That's not going to happen with your smartwatch necessarily, and maybe it'll be a little bit safer for people. And also the voice commands are great. I never really used voice commands when I was using my smartphone. I just never found it that convenient, to be honest with you. I would rather just type with my thumbs. But with the smartwatch, it's kind of voice command based, and it just kind of makes it easier. It makes you kind of want to use voice commands versus using it on your phone. So let's see if it's synced up. I'm in Centennial, Colorado right now. This is the weather. Okay, so let's kind of go on. So you have the option to open things on your phone. So my phone lights up. Let's click that some more. There we go. So that's the weather. Obviously, that's not crazy or anything like that. I wish someone would send me a notification. When someone does send me a notification, it does pop up on my screen. So let me see if I can't coax it into doing something. So let's go through a few things real quick. You can change the watch face. This really has like more of a watch feel compared to the other smart watches. When you wear it and you wear it around, it kind of jumps out at people, and people notice it. It's basically pixel to pixel screen. There is a little bit of kind of like a flat tire, that's what they call it down there, where it's just kind of a black area on the screen, but otherwise it's definitely big enough and eye-catching enough where people are going to notice it. And it also feels great on your hand. It's very comfortable on your wrist, you don't necessarily feel it, and sometimes it does get hot. I have noticed that as well, and there have been some complaints about battery life, but I haven't really noticed it yet. But you can measure your heart rate, you can measure your steps. There's like a pretty good activity tracker on here that you can kind of use. And I sent a text earlier to my friend, but as we were sending it, it picked up one of my coworkers' voices, so it sent him a weird text. But let's demonstrate that. Google, hold on. Google, send text to Greg Bean. So it's loading. Test text message. Oh, let's I don't want to send that. Let's cancel it. But as you can see, that's what it was sending. Google, launch weather. So it's launching. Well, didn't quite do it, but you kind of get the point. It takes a minute to get a hang of. Of course, it tells time. It's very vibrant in the time department. Kind of jumps out at you. Let's you can adjust the brightness. You'll have to download Android Wear on your smartphone to make it work. We got ambient screen. You can power off, change watch face, reset device. Google, launch Google Play. Launching Google app, that's great. Let's see. Google, launch Google Play. Play on phone, see? Play on Wear. So let's launch it on Wear. You have no music on this device yet. Okay, open Play settings. So, I mean, basically, you can definitely kind of see how this is going to work great for people who like to run a lot. Oops. I would like to run a lot. Okay. Let's see what it brings up. Google, launch Twitter app. So that opened it on the phone. So we have Twitter launched. So that's basically kind of how it works right now. It's an extension of your phone, okay? So like I said, it makes things more convenient. It makes voice command more fun. There's usually like a stream of notifications on here. I don't have any notifications because apparently I don't have that many friends, but I mean, it's the start of something really, really cool. I mean, if you can imagine down the line how awesome smart watch technology is going to get, your imagination can run with it. I mean, look, we've got droids, or drones, as I like to call them droids. Reminds me of Star Trek and Star Wars. We've got these smart watches now. They used to work in Star Trek, and screens are getting like thinner and thinner. If you guys don't see where all this is going, I really just don't even know. I don't really even know what to tell you. Look what Google just brought up, 12 Star Trek gadgets that exist now. So, I mean, there you go. If you're a geek, you can really appreciate this. Even if you're not, it's just kind of a cool gadget to play with. We ship these nationwide with no credit check financing. If you're interested in purchasing one, we can get you registered over the phone at 720-897-0441. Otherwise, thank you guys for listening. I'm going to be signing off, but I appreciate you guys watching my videos.